Hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ayodele Ashat Akadiri. If you're just coming and joining for the first time, you are welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to go through all the other videos on the YouTube channel. But more important, in case you're wondering, what are you even doing here? So what I do here is I just put up content for young professionals trying to grow and bloom. Basically, I'm documenting my professional journey. Basically, that's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to give you any life lessons or anything, but if you have a few tips or hacks you pick up along the way, that is perfect. But just let's hang around, let's be friends, and let's have a good time. So as you know, I've gone to spend my money on what I just spend my money on. So I found this really lovely, really, they're just cute. I bought them because they're cute. This lip, I don't know what to call them, but apparently this type, this particular one makes your lips red. It has this magic color. Look at that. Fantastic. And then I don't know what this one, I just think is really cute. Really, that's really the reason I bought it. There's no other reason, because it's just cute. Look at that. mm. Yeah. So anyway, welcome to my quarterly check-in session for the quarter ending April, May, and June. Are we not glad that we made it? God is awesome. We can't really say anything otherwise. God is faithful and God is good. So let's get right into it. So this quarter, when I rounded up last quarter, I told you about how I wanted to finish my guides and like the two things I really wanted to focus on. But I don't know whether to say fortunately or unfortunately, I didn't make any progress, like any progress with my guides. Like I wanted to feel terrible, but I'm like, whatever, we go again. So that is me. I feel like the major thing I wanted to achieve in this quarter, and I've come to call it my career legacy, because I feel it is a very, very important element of my career to go through this career as a legal practitioner, to go through the Nigerian market and leave an indelible mark. And that's what I'm trying to do by writing these guides. So it's supposed to be like a legal text, but not from an academic perspective. It's supposed to combine both like commercial and practical considerations and really document market trends over the years, so that we know where we are coming from and where we are right now. It's going to be good work. I know, I feel it in my bones that it's very important. But for a strange reason, I've just been struggling with doing it. So I think the first thing I'm going to say in this quarter is I felt really overwhelmed. Super, super duper overwhelmed. And that's because I know a lot of people, in case you like, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but I'm a generally very busy person. Very busy. I'm really jumping from one meeting to another. And to be fair, it's not my fault. It's just that I have so many, responsibilities and obligations. And I just tried to make sure I bend over backwards to do what needs to be done. But so I felt really overwhelmed, totally overwhelmed, and I felt, somewhat cheated, because I felt like, oh, I'm doing all of that, but what I really want to do, um, that is my career legacy. I wasn't able to do it. So I don't know, maybe I'm not saying no enough. And that was something that was a conversation I kept on having and asking myself, am I not saying no enough? Am I taking on too much? Am I not delegating properly? Am I doing things that I can have somebody else do or ask somebody else to do for me? It's a very hard conversation to have, because I think generally I'm always that person that is very happy to serve. I mean, I used to think I was happy to serve until this quarter, and I felt like I was just getting spent, and I wasn't feeling like that was being appreciated. And it's not a bad thing, because I feel like my understanding as a human being, and even as a Christian, especially when you look at the faith figure, who is Jesus Christ. He died for people that were sinners, and even till today most people don't think about Jesus. Like, what's that? Please take that religion out of my face. So there's this is, God coming in the human form to die for us, and we don't even appreciate it. So I mean, if human beings don't appreciate that kind of sacrifice, what other sacrifice, what kind of help or gifts could I give somebody that they'll possibly appreciate? So I'm not really big on, oh, somebody telling me thanks, somebody appreciating me. I just have, as a Christian, I believe that I have to live in a certain way. Whether you reward it or you honor it, that's really your business. I'll be kind, I'll be faithful, I'll be loyal, I'll be patient, I'll be hardworking and diligent, because that's what is expected of me as a child of God, you know. But I'm not going to do it. I mean, while it would be nice to get some recognition and just, some appreciation for it, if it doesn't come, it's fine. But you see, the problem is, that's where the problem is, because people tend to use you. And when people say the reward for good work is more work, and when people have like unfettered access, there's always abuse. People just always think, oh, I really would do it. So I get that feeling that people just assume that I'll fix things will be done, that, oh, I'll probably get it done. Is this me or is there something here? It's coming out really well. Anyway, people just always assume that, oh, I'll get something done, she'll do it, she'll come early, she'll do that. And so there was just a lot of pain, and I don't know, maybe not pain, just I felt really overwhelmed. And when I became overwhelmed in that sense, coupled with feedback that I got at work with from someone that I respect, my initial or my immediate reaction was to just shut things down. So unfortunately, I believe I stopped the things I shouldn't have stopped, and I focused on things that, well, I could have probably said no to. So yeah, so a lot of things, typically for those that follow me on LinkedIn, you probably have seen that I haven't posted in a while. It's really because of that. I'm just trying to internalize some of these things, and just really just try to reduce the overwhelmingness of things, to reduce how overwhelmed I am. But I am, should I say, I was really overwhelmed, and the things I really want to say no to, I don't know that I have the courage to say no to them. It's just a little bit. So let me explain like this. As somebody that is really committed in church, I've had instances where I felt like, look, I'm not sure I want to do this anymore. But my approach and attitude to service in church has not always been from a perspective of I'm doing something in church. I've always felt like it's been a privilege, or it's been a privilege to serve others, to put myself into others, you understand? So stepping back from church activities is going to be, I don't know how to explain this, which is why I was talking about my relationship, because I feel like it's just a very big question mark on my relationship with God. I believe that I have to play my role in my local church. But the thing now is that role has not translated into roles, and I feel really, really overwhelmed. I'm not complaining. I mean, obviously, like I said, it's just trying to determine what I should say no to, and whether I can say no without looking like I'm backsliding and all that. So it's still a journey that I'm on, and that's really not, and this is not really about church, but just trying to just say no to things and just putting my life in perspective and focusing on things that I believe that are important to me. But again, the struggle is really, I've always said this year is the year of the Lord. Everything about God comes first for me this year. And so even though sometimes I've kind of had mixed feelings about Bible school and asking myself how come, but I just realized that this is July. I started in January, and 7 months, literally. I've gotten to the 7 months, and I don't think I'm doing badly. A little bit, short on strength, and definitely, I've said around like 15 times. But yeah, I'm so but that's about being overwhelmed. I'm basically just telling you how my quarter went. But I strongly believe that I'm in a season where I need to say no to a number of like additional responsibilities and anything. And I am very happy to announce that in this quarter there is a commitment that I've made, and I'm not taking on anything new, anything that is not already something I'm doing. I'm not taking up any other maybe favors, activity. No, I'm just gonna taking one day at a time. And I think my priority in this quarter is really myself. And I'll just say, just relaxing and just buying cute lip glosses. Okay, obviously, I won't be buying cute lip glosses, but I think that I'm not going to take on any new thing, any new engagement, any new. And I don't know whether it's wise to be announcing that, but it is what it is. So that's that. And I think maybe one of the things that really works well for me this quarter is that I started and completed Charles Duhigg, The Power of Habits, and I feel like um Atomic Habits changed my life. I keep forgetting. I don't know if the name of the author of Atomic Habits, but it changed my life and it made me just be more. It really changed the way I approach goal setting and vision boarding and things like that. So reading, this Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg again just kind of reinforced one of the things I learned, and it's very good. I will highly recommend Charles Duhigg, but I believe you should start with Atomic Habits before you come to the Power of Habits. Amazing stuff, amazing stuff. I think finally, I think the major thought I had this quarter was thinking about how something happened, and I had given somebody a gift. I gave somebody a gift that I was just thinking about how when I wanted to give somebody else similar that kind of gift, I had given them what I'd given them was so paltry compared to what I was not able to give. And I was just thinking about how, like, with time we get better, we get richer. I'm earning more than I was earning like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm able to give like better gifts. I'm more mature now. I'm more emotionally intelligent now. And I feel like there are people in my life that experienced me at my worst like 3 or 4 years ago. And the people in my life get this really amazing version. And I feel like, oh, I really have to make it up to those people that were with me back when. There's just that it's such a humbling feeling to be like, wow, so I was this foolish, I was this wicked, I was this mean a few years ago, I was this irresponsible. Very shocking realization. I was so self-centered and this and that, but it is so amazing you know, to be evolving and growing every day. And I think that that's really one of the things that, make living worth it for me. Like, especially when things are in code not going as I planned. But if I look back and say I wasn't this amazing yesterday and I'm so amazing today, just kind of keeps me going. And then finally, I experienced death in a way that, and something they say in Yoruba, they say iku, not they say Yoruba, but when that happened, the first thing that came to my mind was iku bache, as in death is so spot. I was thinking about how, somebody, in the family had died, and I'm like, like the next day I'm going to work, I'm like other responsibilities that I had to meet, and I'm like, how dare the world not stand still when somebody dies? It's so disrespectful. Like, why is the world going on? Why are we still waking up and doing this thing? Like, it's as if there's not even time to properly mourn. And you know and then almost immediately, like maybe like the week or 2 weeks, maybe a week after, my dog also almost died. It was, when people say they cry for their pets, I didn't understand. Like, I didn't know when I started crying, and I just felt like death is so rude, so wicked, so unforgiving. Ah, you know. So, I mean, just kind of reflecting about life and just thinking about how, what we think really matters at the end of the day when death comes knocking, because death will definitely come knocking. But I remember what my dad always says. He says it a lot, that the prayer is that we don't go with tears, we don't go with nakedness, and we don't go with sadness. So everybody dies, but the prayer is that we go when we are old, we don't go in pain or sickness, we don't go in sorrow, and we go as a Christian, we go knowing Jesus. That's really what's important. So I'm not really here to preach. That's really the end of it. I like to keep this really short. I think 15 minutes is even too long. But I like to keep this very short. And I normally I try to have like a script and talking points, but this time around I just said it to flow, go with the flow. And I hope that, you know, you were able to have some time, and I hope I made you laugh, and I hope I've encouraged you to go and get some really fancy looking lip things. But yeah, so second quarter in terms of like, oh, let's go and get it, wasn't that kind of quarter for me. But I mean, no regrets whatsoever. I mean, this is a new, like, the day keeps going. I have another day. I don't have to wait till the end of the course and see how it goes. I can still keep making progress. I'm very glad that I've learned not to beat myself up for things that don't work the way I want them to work, and that's okay. I'm a human being. We go again. We keep trying until we get it, and that's fine. So yeah, that's it for me. What am I going to do this quarter? I think I just want to take it easy. I just want to consolidate on the habits that I've built. I kind of have like a very good routine of, like, time for reading, time for studying, time to I have some kind of, even though second quarter I didn't go as I planned, I think I've fallen into some kind of routine that I love. And just, yeah, I think I don't want to, I'm very happy to continue that way, even if I don't accomplish anything in that sense. I feel like just staying on the routine, not missing my Bible classes, writing my exams as and when due, all those things, just really going through it one day at a time, being a better person one day at a time, being there for people around one day at a time, being a very amazing daughter, just amazing family member, being there for my friends, spending more time with my family, spending quality time with my friends when they have time, because I'm beefing them, they don't always have time for me. And everybody keeps saying I'm the busy person, because yeah, I've been taking stock, and I think, yeah, that's a lot. Anyway, so I'm not doing too much this quarter, no lofty goals or whatever, no lofty ideals, taking it one day at a time, because I really want to do that. So with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you. See you in the next quarter. Oh, I forgot two things that I forgot to mention. July 1 is my anniversary as an author, so I published my memoir, the first 5 years. I should always have a picture. I should always have that book around, just so people know. So it's something I'm so grateful to God. Like I said, God is a big. Like I said in my in the dedication page to God, who gives big dreams. God gives you big dreams. Gives you dreams and visions bigger than you can ever imagine. If anybody told me today that I'll be an author, I'll publish a book, I'd have told them, well, I'm not really sure how that works. And then so that was the first thing, my book anniversary, very, very important. I can't remember the second one again, because like I said, this was supposed to be a scripted video, but I can't remember the second one. But yeah, it was really amazing to celebrate my book launch, and I am really grateful to God for that. So I think this would be a good time to really end the video, because I feel like I'm really getting tired. All right, so until I come your way next time, remember to be salt and light everywhere you go. Remember to just take it one day at a time, and if you feel like you need some encouragement, you can always come back to this video and watch it. But make sure you get copies of the first 5 years. Oh, I remember the second thing I wanted to say. So the first thing I wanted to say was July 1 was my authorship anniversary, and of course I had my first speaking engagement for the year at the NBA Lagos Law Week. It was fantastic. I was a little bit worried I was talking too much, but everybody seems to be like, oh, thank you for being vulnerable, thank you for speaking from your heart, etc. I'm like, okay, I'm very happy to be of service. So that's it. Make sure you get a copy of my book. The link is always in the bio, but I'll put it again. Thank you. This is almost 20 minutes. Thank you so much. Cheers. Bye.